Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to
Hare
Srila
Krishna
Prabhupada
Mataji.
book Reading Club. So we are reading Sri Īšopanīšad, and I think like only three slokas are
Screen.
remaining. Na? So we can read the purports and like
Mataji
we will.
screen.
Yes, Prabhuji, I haven't shared it. Na?
Okay.
So we will finish this three mantra first, then we will take the summary. Okay. So let's start our session by offering the prayers. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरं मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hare Krishna
तो
Mataji. Hare
हरे
Krishna
कृष्णा
all dear devotees. Happy Krishna conscious year.
Thank you.
हरे
Same to
कृष्णा
you, Prabhu. Same to you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
हरि
Hare Krishna. Same to
Hare
you,
Krishna
Prabhuji.
conscious
Hare
year to
Krishna.
all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare
happy
Krishna
Krishna
Mataji.
conscious happy Krishna conscious New Year to everyone. So yes, Sudhamai Mataji, you want to recite the shloka?
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. पूषमे कर्षेयमसूर्यप्राजापत्य व्यूहरश्मिन् सम्मूहतेजो यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतमं तत्ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषसो अहमस्मि. Hare Krishna. Read the translation, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji,
Okay.
translation and few paragraphs.
Oh,
Yes.
my Lord.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O my Lord, O primeval philosopher, maintainer of the universe, O regulating principle, destination of the pure devotees, well-wisher of the progenitors of mankind, please remove the effulgence of your transcendental rays so that I can see your form of bliss. You are the eternal supreme personality of Godhead, like unto the sun, as am I. Purport. The sun and its rays are one and the same qualitatively. Similarly, the Lord and the living entities are one and the same in quality. The sun is one, but the molecules of the sun's rays are innumerable. The sun's rays constitute part of the sun, and the sun and its rays conjointly constitute the complete sun. Within the sun itself resides the sun god, and similarly within the supreme spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavana, from which the Brahmajyoti effulgence is emanating, the Lord enjoys his eternal pastimes as verified in the Brahma Samhita 5.29. Chintamani Prakarasadma Sukalpa Vriksha Rakshavriteshu Surabhirabhipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham
Purusham tam
Tamaham
aham
Bhajami.
bhajami.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor, who is tending the cows, fulfilling all desires in abodes filled with spiritual gems and surrounded by millions of wish fulfilling trees. He is always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of devotees of hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or goddesses of fortune. The Brahma Jyoti is described in the Brahma Samhita as a rays emanating from that supreme spiritual planet, Goloka Vrindavana, just as the sun's rays emanate from the sun globe. Until one surpasses the glare of the Brahma Jyoti, one cannot receive information of the land of the Lord. The impersonalist philosophers, blinded as they are by the dazzling Brahma Jyoti, can realize neither the factual abode of the Lord nor his transcendental form. Limited by their poor fund of knowledge, such impersonalist thinkers cannot understand the all blissful transcendental form of Lord Krishna. In this prayer, therefore, Sri Īšopanişad petitions the Lord to remove the effulgent rays of the Brahmajyoti so that the pure devotee can see his all blissful transcendental form. By realizing the impersonal Brahmajyoti, one experiences the auspicious aspect of the Supreme, and by realizing the Paramatma or all pervading feature of the Supreme, one experiences an even more auspicious enlightenment. But by meeting the personality of Godhead Himself face to face, the devotee experiences the most auspicious feature of the Supreme. Since he is addressed as the primeval philosopher and maintainer and well wisher of the universe, the Supreme Truth cannot be impersonal. This is the verdict of Sri Isha Upanishad. The word Pushan, maintainer, is especially significant, for although the Lord maintains all beings, he specifically maintains his devotees. After surpassing the impersonal Brahmajyoti and seeing the personal aspect of the Lord and his most auspicious eternal form, the devotee realizes the absolute truth in full. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So yes, how like now from the last two shlokas now we are discussing about this this Brahman effulgence, because like this impersonalist people think that the Lord or absolute truth is just the energy or just the light, and even they meditate now by saying inside your heart think that you are meditating on the light. So like how it is possible to meditate on a light, okay? But it is very easy to meditate on a beautiful form of Lord Krishna. So like until and unless they surpass this effulgence, this Brahmin effulgence, they cannot see the Lord, and they don't have the idea or about the spiritual world, spiritual planets. So like currently we see the sun, like we think that's the sun is just a light, but that this light are emanating from this sun planet, and there is also the deity of a Surya Narayana who is ruling that planet, okay? So sun and sun rays are the one and the same in a quality, okay, but in quantities are different. Like the sun rays are just like a molecules of the suns, and this molecule cannot become a sun na? Like they are just a small part. So yes, we are in a quality. Like we also give this analogy, na, in Achinta Bheda Bheda Tattva. That yes, we are in a quality. We are same to Krishna, but in a quantity we are different. Krishna is like Vibhu, and we are the Anu. We are atomic. And yes, even Brahmaji says this Brahmin effulgence is emanating from what planet? That is a Golok Vrindavana in a spiritual world. And it is we are seeing the light of a train in a dark, and we consider that a train means it's a light. But if you are intelligent enough, then you can see the train. And like when you are even when you are more intelligent, then you can see, oh, like inside the trains there are this what you call bogies, and in that there is a arrangement for a sitting, and the people are sitting there. So for this, like we have to study. So this impersonalists, they only think that a Brahmin is a supreme. And we have seen na, like a Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan eti. To understand the absolute truth, there are three aspects. First is a Brahmin effulgence. And beyond this, this Brahmin effulgence shows the eternity. Then the Paramatma feature, like which represent the eternity and knowledge. And then Bhagwan feature, eternity, bliss, and the knowledge. So bliss means happiness is only available for the who realize the Bhagwan. Okay, and we also see now we can serve the Krishna in a Shanta Rasa, Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vasalya Rasa, in a Madhurya Rasa. So with a Krishna we can release all the rasas. Okay, And yes, even like we can refer this shloka, Brahma Samhita 5.29. This Brahmin effulgence they are eliminating from the Golok Vrindavana. And here Prabhupada is saying something that like Krishna is a maintainer and a well-wisher of the universe. And like Krishna especially maintain his a devotee. So we are trying to become a devotees now. So if we become very good devotee, like Krishna will maintain ourselves, and Krishna will personally take it. Even like when you enter in a Krishna consciousness, when you start chanting your rounds, when you start reading the books, when you start following the instruction, then like your records from the Chitragupta are transferred to the Krishna. And like whatever happening in our life, it is well planned and managed by Krishna. So we don't have to worry, oh, why Krishna, this is happening with me? Why you are making this, but at that time we can ask this now, like, Krishna, what you want me to learn from this? What lesson you want to taught to me? And or like we can simply take it as like, yes, whatever happening in my life, it is for my purification. Okay. So yes, this is very important. Like you don't have to worry about anything because you have taken the shelter of a Krishna, then Krishna will manage everything. But not in this way like you are becoming lazy, you are not doing your sadhana, you are not doing your prescribed duty, and like simply saying Krishna will maintain you. There is like you cannot cheat Krishna because Krishna is the supreme cheater, huh? So yes, Sharmila Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In his Bhagavad Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami states, the complete conception of the absolute truth is realized in the personality of Godhead because he is almighty and possesses full transcendental potencies. The full potency of the absolute truth is not realized in the Brahma Jyotir. Therefore, Brahman realization is only partial realization of the personality of Godhead. O learned sages, the first syllable of the word Bhagavan, Ba, has two meanings. The first is one who fully maintains, and the second is guardian. The second syllable, Ga, means guide, leader, or creator. The syllable Van indicates that every being lives in him and that he also lives in every being. In other words, the transcendental sound Bhagavan represents infinite knowledge, potency, energy, opulence, strength, and influence, all without a tinge of material inebriety. The Lord fully maintains his unalloyed, sorry, the Lord fully maintains his unalloyed devotees and he guides them progressively on the path toward devotional perfection. As the leader of his devotees, he ultimately awards the desired results of devotional service by giving himself to them. The devotees of the Lord see the Lord eye to eye by his causeless mercy. Thus, the Lord helps his devotees reach the supermost spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavana. Being the creator, he can bestow all necessary qualifications upon his devotees so that they can ultimately reach him. The Lord is a cause of all causes. In other words, since there is nothing that caused him, he is the original cause. Consequently, he enjoys his own self by manifesting his own internal potency. The external potency is not exactly manifested by him, for he expands himself as the Purushas, and it is in these forms that he maintains the features of the material manifestation. By such expansions, he creates, maintains, and annihilates the cosmic manifestation. The living entities are also differentiated expansions of the Lord's self, and because some of them desire to be lords and imitate the Supreme Lord, he allows them to enter into the cosmic creation with the option to fully utilize their propensity to lord it over nature. Because of the presence of his parts and parcels, the living entities, entire sorry, the entire phenomenal world is stirred into action and reaction. Thus, the living entities are given full facilities to lord it over material nature. But the ultimate controller is the Lord Himself in His plenary feature as Paramatma, the Supersoul, who is one of the Purushas. Thus, there is a gulf of difference between the living entity Atma and the controlling Lord Paramatma, the soul and the supersoul. Paramatma is the controller and Atma is the controlled. Therefore, They are in different categories. Because the Paramatma fully cooperates with the Atma, he is known as the constant companion of the living being. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So yes, in a Bhagavad Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami says that like full potency of a absolute truth we can realize in only realize in a Bhagwan form. Like in a Brahmin and in a Paramatma form, it is not possible. Okay. And here is the definition of a Bhagwan is given now. Bha means who is a fully maintains and or a guardian. And Ga means a guide, leader, creator. And Va means like every living beings live in him and he lives in every being. Okay, so we can see in a Karno, Daksha, Vishnu, like every all the entire even we can refer from that now, like when Krishna show the entire universe in his mouth. So like yes, like we are all in Krishna, and like a Krishna and he also lives with every being. So in a form of a Paramatma, he lives with everyone. Okay, and like another definition is given by father of Vyasadeva na? That is Bhagwan means who possesses the six opulences. What are this? Like in a fullest, the full knowledge, full potency, full energy, full opulence, full strength, and full influence or fame. Okay, and without that too without a tinge of a material inebriety. And Lord, who Lord maintains. The Lord maintains, Lord fully maintains his unalloyed devotees. So at this condition we cannot say na I won't work, I don't do any work and I will simply sit and I will chant. So this is not good, because we are not become that unalloyed. Our bhakti is a mix with the jnana, sometimes with the this karma kanda things. So we are not doing the pure devotional service. So a Krishna will maintain, like we have the examples now, like how Krishna used to give the milk to the Madhavendra Puri and he's a pure devotee. He maintains, but for that stage we have to purify ourselves, and he guides them progressively on the path of a devotional perfection. And he also avoided desired results. But devotee don't ask the material things na. Yes, Krishna is providing, but you don't have to ask them like this material things, because they are temporary. And even someone who is asking the temporary means he's asking asking, he's going to the king and he's asking for the $1, but king can give the lot of things to him. Okay, so uh, the yes, and also the Krishna guide us in a form of a Chaitya Guru. He just staying inside our heart, and he guide us through the devotees. He guide us to the our seniors, and he guide us through the spiritual masters. The spiritual master is also extension of a Krishna, so that like he can take us back to the Godhead. And yes, we can see the Lord face to face, but what is problem? We don't have that vision, and this vision can be done, this vision can be achieved by performing pure devotional service and by the causeless mercy of a Krishna. And how we have to attract the mercy of Krishna? By pleasing his the pure devotees. Okay, so we are also trying to please Srila Prabhupada. And like we are even even it will take the today also, and like after the millions of years or so, we cannot get qualification to please Krishna or to become his devotee. Like Krishna himself bestowed the necessary qualification to his devotees to become a devotee. And and for that, like he sees our sincerity in a practice, how sincere we are in a practicing sadhana. Okay, and how Krishna maintained this material world, by expanding himself in a planetary portions. And this planetary portions of Krishna, this maintain and destroy the planets, annihilate the planets. Okay, and yes, like why everyone wants to become rich, or why everyone wants to have the propensity to lord over the nature, because these are the qualities of a Krishna. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Hare Krishna. So yes, we have the tendency to we have the propensity to uh, lord over the nature, because this is what Krishna is doing, and we are also trying to imitate, because we are also the differentiated expansions of a Lord Himself. In the quality we are same, but in quantity we are different. So like Krishna is a supreme controller, Krishna is a supreme owner, but we also try to become at our small level. We also try to become a owner controller. Okay, but we are not a Krishna. We should know that ultimate controller is a Lord Himself, and there is a gulf of a difference between the Atma and a Paramatma. Okay, so now we can read further. Hare Krishna, who wants to read? Snigdha
Yes.
Mataji. Yes, Vinod Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. The living entities. Hare Krishna. The living entities are also differentiated expansions of the Lord's self. And because some of them desire to be lords and imitate the Supreme Lord, He allows them to enter into the cosmic creation with the option to fully utilize their propensity to lord it over nature. Because of the presence of his parts and parcels, the living entities, the entire phenomenal world is stirred into action and reaction. Thus, the living entities are given full facilities to lord it over material nature. But the ultimate controller is the Lord Himself in His plenary feature as Paramatma, the Super Soul, who is one of the Purushas. Thus, there is a gulf of difference between the living entity Atma and the controlling Lord Paramatma, the soul and the super soul. Paramatma is the controller and Atma is the controlled. Therefore, they are in different categories. Because the Paramatma fully cooperates with the Atma, he is known as the constant companion of the living being, the all pervading feature of the Lord, which exists in all circumstances of waking and sleeping, as well as in potential states and form, which the Jiva Shakti, living force, is generated as both conditioned and liberated souls, is known as Brahman. Since the Lord is the origin of both Paramatma and Brahman, He is the origin of all living entities and all else that exists. One who knows this engages himself at once in the devotional service of the Lord. Such a pure and fully cognizant devotee of the Lord is fully attached to Him in heart and soul, and whenever such a devotee assembles with similar devotees, they have no engagement but the glorification of the Lord's transcendental activities. Those who are not as perfect as the pure devotees, namely those who have realized only the Brahman or Paramatma feature of the Lord, cannot appreciate the activities of the perfect devotees. The Lord always helps the pure devotees by imparting necessary knowledge within their hearts, and thus, out of His special favor, He dissipates all the darkness of ignorance. The speculative philosophers and yogis cannot imagine this because they they more or less depend on their own strength, as stated in the Katha Upanishad 1.2.23. The Lord can be known only by those whom He favors and not by anyone else. Such special favors are bestowed upon His pure devotees only. Sri Isha Upanishad thus points to the favor of the Lord which is beyond and the purview of the Brahma Jyoti. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So yes, like a Lord Krishna, the Bhagwan feature is the origin of for the both Paramatma and a Brahman. So Krishna expand himself to the uh, la- to the in a form of a Paramatma, and like and this Brahman is this impersonal Brahman. This is only the effulgence of the like the spiritual world, Golok Vrindavana, and this is eliminating from the Krishna's body. So in a spiritual world, like there is no requirement for this suns and moon. Okay, and yes, this pure devotees, they are like what they have no other engagement. They simply keep glorifying the Lord. So like if we start glorifying the Lord, like when we have the time, when we read the glorification of Lord in Srila Prabhupada books. When we chant the holy name, like it is also the glorification. Now, when we sing the bhajans, kirtans, when we read the shlokas, when we read the shastras, everything is a full of a glorification of Lord. And Krishna is a absolute, na. So there is no difference between his glorification, his naam, roop, gun, lila. So even like we are directly associating with the Krishna in a form of reading his glories. So Krishna, so we can when we are constantly in association of Krishna, then our consciousness purify very easily within the small time span. And like non-devotees cannot appreciate the devotees, na. This impersonal Brahmin or who knows the Paramatma, they don't have the idea about this Bhagwan realization. So they don't realize or they don't appreciate like the knowledge of the devotees, and they simply said it is just an illusion, and like you are only doing the bhakti only out of sentiments. Okay. And like yes, the Lord always help the pure devotees by imparting the necessary knowledge within their hearts, and like out of his mercy he dispels or he removes the darkness of ignorance. So yogis and speculative philosophers cannot even imagine this. Okay. Even there is in a chatur shloki, I think there is the last shloka, na, the fourth shloka is that Krishna that diya, he filled our heart of a devotees with the knowledge, and he despised the darkness of ignorance. And Lord, can anyone know Krishna? No, impersonal Brahmin or just mental speculators, they cannot understand Krishna. They cannot understand the Bhagwan feature. Only the devotees of Lord can understand Krishna, and that too like by the mercy of a Krishna, not whimsically. So listen, we are not so fortunate. We are coming in the ISKCON. We are learning the Shastras. We are hearing the Bhagavatam. We are hearing the Bhagavad Gita. We are reading Prabhupada's books. It's not because of our own endeavor. Krishna has bestowed his mercy upon us through his pure devotee Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual masters. So he has bestowed mercy. Okay, Krishna is like we don't have like this much, I have to go to the Golok Vrindavana, I have to serve Krishna. We don't have, but Krishna miss us Lord, because we have the particular seva in our spiritual world. So like Krishna missing us for that seva. It's like we have leave the spiritual planet, and we are like begging on the streets, and our family members are so sad by seeing us how we are suffering on the road. So like we should just because we have forgotten, like I have the home, I have family, and my family members can maintain me, the family with the family members I can stay happy. But we forgot everything. We are in illusion, and we are roaming on the roads, and we are suffering badly. So what is the good thing we can do? You don't have to endeavor by yourself. like you simply have to regain your consciousness and go back to the Godhead. You have to go back to the Krishna, Krishna's about our real home. Then there is no suffering. Or even you keep roaming and keep begging on the road, there is no use. You are simply suffering there. So it's better to go back to the Godhead. And yes, the special favors are bestowed upon his pure devotees only. And these pure devotees, are the more merciful than Krishna. That's why we sing the Yasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasado. So when our spiritual master is pleased, when the pure devotees of Krishna are pleased, it just they are so merciful, so they bestow mercy upon us. And so through the pure devotees, we can understand Krishna, and we can gain the Krishna. Okay. So Hare Krishna everyone. Today I think we can end here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय. श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Thank you everyone for joining. Happy Krishna
Hare
conscious
Krishna
New Year.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
So this New Year, we should change our consciousness from the sense gratification to the Krishna's sense gratification. Okay?
Yes, we will try.
Dhanyavad.
Yes.
Happy New Year, Mataji. Happy
to all devotees.
धन्य हो
Happy New Year
महाराज
to
जी।
all.
New
Happy New Year to
New
all.
Year, Mataji.
Happy New
धन्य हो
Year.
माता जी,
Krishna,
धन्य हो।
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Happy Krishna Conscious Day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.